So I was up early, 2:30. Went to bed early, kind of tired. And I get on the phone and I start looking around, YouTube, whatever. And there's people speaking, putting videos up, tributes to Kevin Samuels. Passed away at 57. I'm like, well, maybe it's just a rumor. Maybe it's just some nasty people spewing some bullshit. Never know these days on the internet. Can't believe what you read. You got to do a little research, right? So I saw a few videos. Black pill on steroids, Donovan Sharp, and just dozens of men putting out videos, giving us the news. And his mother confirmed it. Kevin Samuels, dead. 57. Sounds like it was a heart attack. There's a lot of things we can say. "57, I hope, is fairly young these days. My grandfather fought in World War II, the whole deal, right? 54. I'm 57. The youngest incel grandfather, Hammerhand's 25. Right. So whenever you hear of these things, it's shocking. It reminds us of a lot of things that anytime you can take a dirt nap, check out of the meat suit. So in TMZ here, it says, Kevin Samuels famous for dishing out controversial dating advice on social media is dead. Sources have confirmed. The influencer and self-proclaimed image consultant, lifestyle coach, and dating expert died yesterday in Georgia. Just like that. Now, when TMZ writes controversial dating advice, what does that mean? Have you seen some of the Twitter bots out there? Oh, he's a misogynist. It's good he's dead, and all kinds of fucking hateful bullshit. Why would anyone celebrate someone passing away? What the fuck is wrong with some people? Why would this be a good thing in their eyes? See, Kevin Samuels, Donovan Sharp, Anthony Dream Johnson, Terrence Popp, Chronic, Hammerhand, Sandman, Turd Flinging Monkey, me, I suppose, to some degree. We try to look through the bullshit. And I'm not going to get on a rant about dating. Don't worry about it. But let's be honest here. We know the deal. We know that the wool has been pulled over men's eyes for generations with respect to the female. Not all, obviously. But women can get away with a lot of shit because they got a pussy. We all know that. I mean, it's obvious, right? And as of the last, decade, couple decades, men have been saying, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a minute there, fembots. We noticed you've been talking about things that were bad for you, and men had all these privileges and all of this crap. And if you look back in history, you can see that. Perhaps not. Depends on how you define it. And so men like Kevin Samuels came along, and he got on YouTube, just a couple years ago? I think it was longer than that, but he kind of hit big a couple years ago. And he said to women what they don't want to hear. He's a rebel. You can't say that to women, you misogynist. Man was telling the facts. He was telling women what they didn't want to hear. And it pissed them off to no end. Why is that? Well, hamster, because the jig was up. Back from behind the green curtain. Don't look there. A lot of shit the women have been getting away with. And somewhat understandably. I mean, they have Poon and they have TNA. But the women hated this man because he told them what they didn't want to hear, or he said things they didn't want him to reveal. Just like a lot of men, red pill guys, big towel guys, black manosphere guys. You can't say that. Why do you hate women? Who hurt you? Etc. and so on. And so it's revolting, some of the nonsense I've read on Twitter and all of these fembots celebrating the passing of a man because he told them the truth. He revealed their tricks, their legerdemain, their sleight of hand. He had it under control. He knew from experience in life, observation, just like many men do in the RPE community, just like poor old guys like Paul Elam has been saying for probably decades by now. Hey, this is what's going on. Warren Farrell, etc. Nobody cares. They don't care what they say. They're evil. But you get Kevin Samuels up here. Flashy looking man, good looking guy. Donovan Sharps, you get some of these guys out there. People start listening. A lot of men listen to this man. Now, was I a big Uber fanboy? Not really. But I respected what he did. Ultimate respect for this man. He was willing to put it out there on the line and say, this is really what's going on, people. Oh, but he hates black women. He didn't hate, unless you define hate as telling the truth about what's really going on with some of these things. It's disgusting. It's just downright disgusting. Some of these people spewing their vile hatred, celebrating that this man, in basically the prime of his life, died. Can you believe this? Yes, you can. If you followed the radical fembots. Now, if we can say one positive thing about obviously the death is not positive, but at least he went out getting fucking laid. I mean, there is that. There is that. So the guy was out there giving his sausage to some chick, and yeah, that's when he felt chest pains and he collapsed and died. Kevin Samuels, I did not know this, had a huge following on social media 1.42 million subscribers. I had no idea. That's fantastic. And he often stirred debate with his hot takes on dating and relationships. Hot take. Controversial. He was a rebel, wasn't he? He was outside the norm. You can't say that about women. You can't do that, you evil man. But he did. And as it is often said, the internet lives forever. Kevin Samuels, may he rest in peace, but we will always have his wisdom, his kindness, his reality, his truth saying.